Hi everybody, Chip here. This is kind of an impromptu video, so I'm going to have to do it quick. I don't know where the charger is to my camera here. But as I'm sure everybody knows, Hurricane Sandy hit the northeast of the United States, and a lot of people in New York and some of the northeastern states without power, a lot of damage. And I was at a, well, let's just say a big home improvement store today. And what they were doing, and it's not necessarily the store, but I'm sure the store helps, and the manufacturers of generators and the such are a little deceitful in their advertising. And just so you don't get screwed, I wanted to kind of put this out, and pardon my dog sticking her nose in here. What you doing? And this local, or not local, it's a national chain, big home improvement store, put up a big advertisement, you know, be prepared for massive power outages, you know, when wind and weather strikes, have a generator. And they had this stack of like 1,500 watt generators. Now, my biggest pet peeve is generator companies, the company that makes these things, they don't put the amperage on the box, they put the wattage on the box, which it's a bigger number, so people think they're getting more, and it's not necessarily true. But just so people don't get screwed, I kind of drew this up in a hurry. I did a video on Ohm's Law a couple weeks ago and put it up. But if you go to a home improvement store or anywhere to buy a generator, see that P over IE? Draw that, make a copy of it, take it with you. You're going to need it. That's how you figure out voltage, power, and amperage. Okay, now a lot of these companies put like 1,500 watts on a box. Okay, well, P over IE, power divided by voltage. E is voltage, E is electromotive force. Why they use the letter E, that's why. But power divided by voltage. Okay, 1,500 watts divided by 120 volts, which is your standard current for your house, is only 12 amps. That'll run a couple lights in your TV, maybe charge your cell phone. That's about it. Okay, that's a normal room in your house that runs your TV, a couple outlets, maybe your computer, nothing huge, is usually a 12 or 14 amp circuit. Okay, now you can go up a little bit, and this is where it's going to also get kind of tricky, is you'll see like 5,000 watt generators. Now right now, I'll tell you, 5,000 divided by 120 volts is 41. Okay, but here's the kicker. Some people want these generators to power like electric stoves or maybe dry out stuff using their dryers. Be careful. Your dryers and electric stoves are usually 240 volt. These generators a lot of the times have a 240 volt plug on the front of them. The problem is you got to rework the math. 5,000 divided by 240 is only 20 amps. That is not enough to run your dryer. You're going to burn the windings out of the generator trying. It may possibly run your stove, but that's all it'll be able to run. So don't plan on powering your whole house with one of these generators. Think carefully before you buy one, and don't go out and buy one of these little 1,500 watt generators. You know, they're little cutesy, small Honda carry around in one hand deals. It's not going to power a whole lot. You know, it might keep a light bulb on and your TV and cell phone charged up, which for some people that's plenty. But if you plan on, you know, keeping your refrigerator fired up and possibly running your stove, you might, for a big emergency, I would suggest you have a 7,500 watt, maybe 10,000 watt or higher generator. And unfortunately, those are the first to sell, and they're also the most expensive. But I just wanted to put that out there so nobody gets burned going and buying a generator. You know, they get home, they're all proud, okay, we're going to be able to keep the lights on and the food safe while we're, you know, while the power's out. It's not going to happen. And another thing to keep in mind is read the box carefully, read the paperwork carefully, because even though they're rated at 1,500 or 5,000 watts, it's not 1,500 or 5,000 watts continuous running. That generator is going to heat up and it's going to need some downtime. That rating isn't their maximum duty cycle. So it may be, you know, a good idea if you have a generator rated to do it, to run it for a couple hours, keep the food cool, then shut the generator down for about 2 hours, start it back up, but it's not rated for continuous running at its maximum rating. And that's what they put on the boxes, its maximum rating. But by all means, the word is pi, P/IE. You can find, any 3 variables out of that, and make sure you find out what the amperage is. Okay, your normal household amperage coming into your house, a typical US house is a 400 amp service, and you're not going to find a generator big enough, or they have them big enough, you can't afford them. They're tow behind units, construction companies, municipalities and all have them, but you're not going to find one. But yeah, so don't plan on powering your whole house with one. Your whole house to power, it runs about 400 amps. One of these generators is not going to be able to run your furnace. It might be able to run a window air conditioner, as long as it's a 110 volt air conditioner, but some of the big 240 volt air conditioners, forget about it. But yeah, I know you guys are freezing up there in New York, and I feel for you. It really sucked. I moved to Tennessee from Baltimore, and I remember as a kid living through Hurricane Gloria, and we lived right on the water, and we were watching people's property floating up the creek right behind our house. Water, 5-6 foot up over the pier, right up to the back door of the house. Fortunately, it never came into the house. But that was my little community service project for today. Don't go running out and buying a generator, especially if some butthead on Craigslist has said, "Oh yeah, this thing will power your whole house." Look at the label on the side of it. Take your wattage, how many watt generator, divided by 120 volt, and that'll tell you how many amps. And like I said, your kitchen normally has a 30 amp circuit breaker. Your living room, bedrooms usually have 12 to 14 amp circuit breakers. So that'll give you a general idea of how much one of these generators can run. I wish everybody in the Northeast the best of luck. I hope everybody out there gets bailed out and rebuilt soon. But hey man, I love New York City. I may be from Baltimore, but I've been up there 3 or 4 times, and you guys have a great town up there. But everybody have a good one. As soon as I find the remote, I'll end the video. See ya.